Imagine waking up one day and finding out that you have been blacklisted from payment processing. As a business owner, being match listed or being put on the TMF, terminated merchant file, is equivalent to being bankrupt in the financial world. It will literally shut down any door that you have for payment processing and will be a huge headache for running a business, whether it's online or physical. Today, I want to talk to you about Match List Code 14, which is probably the worst one because it is ID theft. So imagine somebody, opens a business or starts a merchant account application, frauds your identity or your business's identity, and then gets match listed, which relays on to you. Now, we've all heard of people getting their identity stolen, and this is becoming a bigger and bigger problem in the world, unfortunately, today. But another problem that is occurring that we don't hear about as often is businesses' identities being stolen. So, if, for example, somebody steals your business's identity, they can go ahead and open up merchant account and, start receiving funds for illegal products or services or frauding people. And then obviously, then a processor would go ahead and match list that business. Now, if this has happened to you, I'm obviously very sorry. I mean, it can't be anything worse than that. Figuring out that, you've started a business, invested all this money, and then, only to be frauded and not be able to get payment processing and be able to accept credit cards for your business. So today I'm going to talk to you about match code reason 14, which is the identity fraud match code, and what you can do to ensure that this never happens to you again and that you can get off of it as quickly as possible so your business can get up and running. My name is Maria Spragas. I am the founder of Direct Paynet. I've been in payment processing for over 20 years, and I help thousands of merchants figure out their payment processing to scale effectively and without headaches. So today, I'm really going to dig into the match list. What is the match list? What is the TMF or terminated merchant file? So those are the two words that you're going to hear most often. I'll continue calling it the match list because that is the most common, but either of these terms are used interchangeably to say basically that you are blacklisted from payment processing. Now, let me explain exactly what Match Reason Code 14 means. Match Reason Code 14 is when a merchant account has been opened and has been used fraudulently using stolen data. Now, if you are the actual person that opened it and, misused the merchant account, you would not be categorized there. But a Match Reason Code 14 means that, your merchant account was used fraudulently. It's possible somebody opened a business or used your business to sell illegal products or illegal services, and you've been caught in the crosswires of this. Now, you may think, well, if this is identity theft, then this should be cleared up very quickly. It's a little bit more complicated than that. If your business or personal details have been misused by someone and have collected payments fraudulently, first of all, there could be some heavy financial losses for the bank. So that's why, they've put that on the match list to warn any other payment processors. But also they need to prove that now you are the actual person that wants to open a merchant account and that you're not the one that's also trying to fraud again, right? So there are some steps that you need to take now to prove that you are really you and that it is your business and that you are not going to be misusing the merchant account that you are now applying for. Now, I do want to mention one thing. If you apply for a merchant account and you get declined, it's very important that you ask why. I see oftentimes, merchants come to me, they say, I've applied for 5 different merchant accounts. They've all been declined. I don't understand what's happening. Here's another application. Before you apply again, it's important that you ask the last merchant provider, that you tried to apply with, why did you decline? You may not even know you've been match listed. You may not even know that your business's identity has been stolen or your identity has been stolen. So it's important if you do apply that you ask why, and then you can figure out, go backwards and figure out what happened, if it's something that you did, or maybe you misunderstood something, or maybe, you had some identity theft on your personal name and then your business got compromised. But if you never ask why you've been declined, you may not even know that you're on that match list. And oftentimes people come to us at Direct Paynet, they start an application, we go through the motions of getting them approved. And then at the end, when we do a credit check, we also run something called a match check. And that match check reveals that, you've been placed on match list and you've done all this work, gathering an application and applying. applying for nothing, right? So it is very important that once you get declined, you figure out why you've been declined. If you've been match listed and there's no legitimate reason that you would be match listed, the important thing for you to figure out is if your identity or your business's identity has been stolen. Now, the usual way that this happens is somebody either steals, your EIN or some personal information about you and so forth, or your company. They open a merchant account and then they run a whole bunch of fraudulent charges, for example, selling a fake product or service, and then all of a sudden the payment processor starts getting a whole bunch of refund requests, chargeback requests, and so forth. So obviously they go ahead and shut down the account, but that could take, a couple of weeks sometimes, and there could be some tremendous losses. So obviously, the payment processor is quite upset that this happened. It's not immediate, that they consider that maybe your identity has been stolen. But, if they do investigate and they see that there's, signs that you've been frauded or there's an identity theft, they will go ahead and put it on match list, reason code 14, ID theft, and shut down the account to prevent further losses. Unfortunately for you as a merchant, you will not get a notification. As I said, the only way to figure it out is once you apply for another merchant account, you get declined, and you figure out why you've been declined. So, if your ID has been stolen, unfortunately, nobody will tell you. You will need to figure that out yourself. So it's very important, obviously, that you run credit reports and make sure that there isn't anything strange in your credit file. So if somebody opens up a merchant account under your business, usually there is also a credit check that is run on you personally. So it's oftentimes these fraudsters not only steal business information, but they also steal personal information. So it's very important that you keep an eye out on your credit file to see if there's anything strange that you don't recognize. And if you don't, then you inquire further to see what happened. Now, once you've been placed on Match, if it was done fraudulently, somebody stole your identity, you may not even know who placed you on Match. So it's important that you try to figure out that information by, for example, asking who declined you to get you information on who placed you on Match. You can also contact a lawyer. If you want to be very efficient and quick, you can contact your lawyer or a lawyer that specializes on Match List, and they can probably figure it out for you very quickly. You could contact Visa or Mastercard and just explain to them that you are on a Match List and you're trying to figure out who placed you on Match, and they may be able to give you that information. There are some specific email addresses that you need to email, so don't just email regular business Visa. You need to be specific, and these email addresses change frequently. So if you do need the contact for Visa or Mastercard to contact them directly, just contact me and I'll give you the most up-to-date email address for you to reach out to them and figure out why you've been placed on Match and who placed you on Match. Now, once you figure out who placed you on Match, you need to contact them and figure out why they placed you on Match and ask them to remove you on Match. If it is an identity theft situation, the easiest and fastest way to make sure that they remove you off Match is that you need to file a police report explaining that, your identity has been stolen. In your police report, you can bring your credit file showing, the inquiries that you never made. It's important that you let the credit bureaus also know that there's some false inquiries on there. And then with that police report, you can go to the payment processor that placed you on Match and tell them, that they did this in error. And then they will go ahead and submit a request to remove the Match list. Now, this process is lengthy. I mean, you're probably looking at 30 or 60 days for them to review. They may contact the police department, get more information, take a look at your credit file and so forth. So it is important that you do this as quickly as possible when you figure this out, because this can put your business on hold. It can prevent you from getting payment processing facilities from a lot of other merchant account providers. And if you do get a merchant account with somebody, they may require very large reserves or very high fees in order to support you because you are on Match List. Now, in the meantime, if you've contacted the police department, gotten your police report, contacted Visa or Mastercard, figured out who put you on Match List. If you're like, hey, I still need to run my business, I need to make sure that I'm able to accept credit cards, I can't wait 30, 60 days for this to be resolved. What you can do is you can contact a company like mine, Direct PayNet. We work with a lot of different high-risk businesses and more complex business models. And if you have a police report and some documentation showing that you're working on getting off Match, we can work with our underwriters and try to get you approved in the meantime. Oftentimes, you will need a reserve until you are off Match. And then once you are off match, then that can be revisited and removed. So it is important not to try to trick a payment processor in approving your account, because I will guarantee you every single payment processor runs a match check before they approve an account. So all you're doing is wasting your time, you're wasting their time. And if you knew that you were on match and you didn't tell them, they will probably be upset about that and tell you that they don't want to work with you. So if you know that you are on match list and you know the reason is an identity theft, then take the steps that I mentioned earlier. And when you contact a payment processor because you need payment processing facilities, let them know you're on match, let them know what you've done. And I can assure you that the process will be a lot simpler and a lot faster for you. And it'll likely lead to an approval if you've explained yourself properly. Now, one other thing that can be helpful, because it's an identity theft type situation, you may want to go visit a notary or a lawyer in order to get a signed document from them and an affidavit proving that the ID that you have is the correct one and you are in fact that person. Again, as I mentioned, with identity theft, it gets banks and processors a little bit nervous because they don't know if it's the actual person, again, applying for that merchant account or those payment facilities. So if you have that extra document that's notarized, that can make your application process go a lot smoother. If you figured out the payment processor that puts you on match and they're really taking a very long time and this is causing a problem for your business, then one of the best options that you have is hiring a lawyer. I understand this could be expensive and this is not necessarily what every business owner wants to do, but if you have been placed on match in error and you've tried yourself to get yourself on match and it's taking a long time, a lawyer can expedite this. And in terms of your time and the money that you lose with your business, usually will be paid off by getting it done quicker. So it is very important to try to seek legal counsel. If you see that after 30, 45 days, things aren't going anywhere, you're not getting any responses and so forth, I would recommend the legal route. And usually most lawyers that understand the match list, it's important that you get a lawyer, first of all, that knows what the match list is, knows what the TMF is, has worked with payment processors in the past. You don't want to just go with a lawyer that's never heard of this, because then it's going to take them a long time to figure out what this is. But any lawyer that knows what these things are, usually with an ID theft situation, can get it resolved very, very quickly. So it is important that if you see after 30 days, you're not making any headway with the processor that you've contacted to get you off match, then you go, the route of hiring a lawyer, and that will get that resolved a lot quicker. If you want to continue processing or accepting credit card payments, it's important that any vendor for payment processing that you contact, you let them know the situation and, make sure that they understand that you are on match, and the application will go a lot smoother. If you do need help with that, contact me or somebody from my team at Direct PayNet, and we'd be happy to walk you through the process of getting approved while you are on the match list. And just keep in mind, obviously, all payment processors are a little bit on edge when they hear that a merchant is on match list. So it's important to be transparent, to have all the documents ready, have your police report, have a complete application, business bank statements, any previous processing history you may have. And as I said, a copy of an ID, ideally that has been notarized to prove that it's a legit ID. And these are documents that you'll need pretty much for most applications. But if you have this already with an explanation of what happened, then you'll likely be more successful in getting a payment processor to be able to back you up until you are removed off match. Now, there's a couple of things that you can do to prevent all of this from ever happening or happening again. And the one big thing is really to be monitoring your credit. Lock your credit if you feel like you're not going to be asking for credit for a long time. You can lock it and unlock it when you need it. If you see something strange on your credit file, it's important to investigate, because one little inquiry could unleash an identity theft, or can give you a lot of information of something that's going on without you knowing. So it is very important that you keep an eye out on this. It's important also when you send documents that you know who you're working with, and that these are businesses that can help you, for example, get banking, merchant processing, and so forth. So it's important to understand who you're working with and to make sure that they're a legitimate company that has been operating, getting merchant accounts and so forth. And another quick tip that I like to give a lot of business owners is, if you get any type of legal documentation or something you don't understand, or you get a letter from a payment processor and it's not somebody you've ever worked with, it's important to keep this documentation, scan it, keep it in your computer. And also, if you get something that you don't understand that's of financial nature, for example, business business bank account or a bank account you don't recognize or merchant processing statement, even if, it says zero, it doesn't really have information, it's important for you to investigate. You call and you figure out, when was this account open? Why was it used for, and so forth. Don't leave these things to chance, and don't leave these things until it becomes a problem. If you have any questions about the match list in general or the match list for identity theft, feel free to leave any comments down below. Contact me and I'd be happy to help you. And feel free to share this episode. My team and I take a lot of time to bring you guys episodes that bring you value for your business and to make sure that you convert as many sales as possible so you can make more money. So we appreciate likes and shares, and obviously subscribe for more amazing content. Have yourself a great day.